Okay, is anyone still here? I mean, that was a long 3 hours. And that was day 1. So this is day 2. And wow, it was a long day yesterday. We got up at 2 and to take Ronnie to the airport, and and it was like a very long day. And then I did 3 hours of recording, and then it was like 3 hours of putting everything back together for that group. As you can see, I got my A through O behind me in these new baskets I picked up. So we're almost halfway through the alphabet. And then this morning when I woke up, I was like so sore, like right in here in my stomach, chest area. I'm like, what happened? What did I do? And like, yeah, what did I do? 3 hours of bending and doing this and doing this. And so it was like, I did like a million crunches, it felt like. So we'll see if, so I didn't know I was going to be doing exercise and a Flosstube video, but hey, I'll take the free exercise. So, we're getting ready to, I'm going to go through my mirrors and Nora's first, and then we'll see what I can do afterwards. We'll see how long this takes, and then we'll continue on through the next letter in the alphabet. All right, so let's get started here. And my first one, these are not in alphabetical order, they're just mirrors, and then Nora's are separate. So this is my first mirror that I have in the box. It's Miss Valentine. And if I have fabric pulled aside, I'll show you, but this one I do not have fabric pulled aside yet. The pinks are a little bit thrown me as to what color fabric I want to do. So I'll have to think about it. Once I get ready to do her, I'll really focus on the fabric. So my next one is Shakespeare's Fairies. I love this one, and look, they even did it on green, but I'm going to do mine on this green that we had made. This is Warlock's Night, and it's Green Moon, and I think they'll look really cool. So, a few of them starting in the somewhere in the moonlight, like right up here among the clouds, like, because they're like flying. To me, they're flying, so I think they'll look really pretty cool up on this green fabric. And this is a 32 count. All right, next one is Mediterranean Mermaid. She's one of my favorites because she can either be, you can either frame her like this, and then I don't know, for some reason I see her like this too, but I know it doesn't work, but I still think she could be kind of cool going that way. So I was thinking maybe when I get it framed, when I finish it and have it framed, have the framer put a hook here so it can either hang this way, and then also put one on this side so that if I wanted to change it, I could always switch it up. So this is a solo dye fabric that I found. It's got no name, but it's really pretty. I mean, let's see, how's that? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So like, wherever her, let's see. So the yellow would be right in here. So I wouldn't want the yellow piece, the greenish yellow piece, to fall there. So I probably would want it something like that. So she's going down into the deeper part of the blue to get the bubbles or water, whatever she's collecting. So I try to get, placement on the fabric. So I look at the fabric in different ways to find the right spot for me. I do have a lot of mermaids. I haven't stitched any mermaids yet, but I do still have a lot of them. I think they're pretty cool. So this next one is Mermaids of the Deep Blue. They are so pretty. So the fabric I picked for this one is Picture This Plus Haunted. It's, hopefully it's not going to be too dark. I think it's going to look pretty cool with these guys. So I think it'll look pretty cool. So, and when I do mirrors, I do the skin 2/2. The only ones I do the skin 1/1 is the witches, because I did the first one 1/1 with green. So now I want the collection to all relate. So I'm kind of stuck with doing that for them. All right. And then the next one here is, this is Crystal Christmas. This one, I just thought it looked super cute. Won't do it on a white. I'm just not sure what fabric. Maybe a blue, I think would be kind of cute, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not even close to when I'll stitch this one day. And then we've got, this is called Fairy Roses. And this is a very old one from her. I think it's her. It says #1 on there. I don't know if that means it's really #1 or I don't know. But this one I thought was really cute. I haven't seen anybody do this one. I'm not sure. I ran across it somewhere when I was out in my travels. So that's Fairy Roses. Okay. And then my next one here is the Forest Goddess. I don't have any fabric for her either. The Forest Goddess. Definitely not brown fabric because she definitely needs something, I don't know, woodsy. I don't know. Not sure what. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I think I got set up a little bit here. These ladies are gorgeous. I do like the fabric that they picked. This is Circle of Friends. I actually like the chocolate. I think they look really good on chocolate. What did they pick? They called it Coffee Bean by Witchell, but I don't know. Any other chocolate color would look cool. Dark chocolate. This is my most favorite piece. One of 3. I want to do all, to me there's 3 in this series. This is the Feather Fairy. I love her. She is so gorgeous. And so I got a special fabric for her. It's called Rainforest. And I think she would look really cool. Because, it's kind of washing out here. Here we go. Gonna see the dots like raindrops. And I think, to me, she would look really cool on this fabric. This is Crosswind Collection. It's one of the hand-painted fabrics that they do. So she's going to be really cute on that. Okay, and then I've got another mermaid. Go figure. This one is Enchanted Mermaid. And I got the fabric I picked. I saw someone else stitch her on this fabric, and I thought it was super cute. It's called Tempest by Picture This Plus. So there is that. Is it coming up green? There it is. There's more green in it than the blue. I don't know if the camera's picking up blue for some reason, but there are, I mean, these big splotches are blue, but I mean, the background base color is more green. And I think she'll look really, she looked really cute when I saw this, someone stitched it on there, and it really looked really good on this fabric. Wouldn't have thought it, but I was like, wow. Once I saw it, I couldn't get it out of my head. And now we have, let me open this fabric first. I gotta see. Okay, all right. So this is Prairie Moon. And I got this fabric, I think, I'm not sure which way it goes. I think it goes up this way. I think it either goes this way. I can't check the direct. So it either goes this way or maybe this way. It definitely goes this way. When you look at the camera, you can tell quickly. Okay, so this is the clouds, and I think she'll look cool in there. I don't know if it might be too light for her, but this was one that I laid with her, and I thought it'd be kind of pulled out some of her purples and whites. Hopefully it might work. I might be picking something else later, but this fabric, when I pulled it out today, I'm like, I don't think this is the right fabric for this piece. So I've already changed my mind just by looking at it today. So this is Tree of Hope. So this is Tree of Hope, and my initial fabric that I pulled is Minerva, and I think this is just too dark. I don't think this is the right pattern for this. I don't know. I'm not feeling it right now. But so I'll keep it with it for a little bit until I get ready to get to that one, and then I'll play with it. Now this one is Miss Christmas Eve. And there's so many different fabrics that I wanted to do with her. Sorry. And I keep going back to this same one. And this is called Snowflakes. It's a 30 count by the Primitive Hair. So I think I'm only gonna have like 2 inches around for framing, but I frame it fairly close anyway. I don't need a lot of fabric around the frame, but I think she'll look really cute there on this piece with the snowflakes. All right. Okay. Now, this one is Santa, Winter White Santa. I love this guy. He is cute on the gray, but I saw this one and I think he's gonna be amazing on this fabric. Yeah, it'll go this way. So this is the top, and then down here's the bottom. I'll put him closer to the top so I won't have a lot of this white showing. I think it's not really my favorite part of the fabric. I wish it was more darker on down, but I'll work with this. Okay. And what is this called? This is called Beautiful Blizzard by Fabric Flare. So that was that one. Ooh, this is a really cool fabric. So this is Miss Cherry Blossom. I know she's showing up with a pink fabric, but I picked Gia Goddess from Seraphim, and I think she'll look cool on this. It'll probably be like this way. I think this will be more like this. So there, I think she'll look pretty cool. I think she'll look good on this. I hope so. That's my initial thought. Okay. And now we've got Muka. She's a big girl. She needs a fat half. So finding the right fabric. She's got so many colors in her. I may just actually use the called for fabric this time, or something very plain, because she's got a lot going on there. I wouldn't want to have any modeling or splotches to take away from all this little detail that's in this blanket right here, and all this little detail going up through here. So it's a very tough one. They used water lily, so I would probably use a water lily or something very similar. All right, and this is Butterfly Fairy. I don't have any fabric picked out for her, but probably definitely a yellow, a little light yellow, maybe Buttercup from Stephanie. All right, and then Princess Buttercup, I think is what it's called. And then this one, this is A Midsummer's Night, and I have pulled Dapple by Under the Sea fabric. So what happened is I was in when I'm in Fabric of the Month clubs, I always try and work my fabrics that I've been in the clubs with into my patterns. And so I think this will work. But once I start kitting them up and pulling thread colors and stuff, that's when I normally make my final choice. But right now I haven't done any of that yet. You know, there's some fabrics where you see it, you're like, that's it, that's the one I'm gonna do. And then in others, you're like, you gotta wait and find out. This is Aphrodite. She is so pretty. And so I'm doing her on, do I have a name on this one? I thought there was a name. Oh, this is just it's a 28 count, but it's just a solo die. So it's a one of a kind solo dyed. So it's got opalescence in it. I can tell back a while ago I was buying a lot of opalescence for myself. And then I look at my stitching now and all my finishes, and I was like, I was not really stitching on a lot of opals. I was just buying them, and then I don't think I really, I don't know, back and forth. Some pieces will really pick it. So this one is Lily of the Woods. So to me, it's like a companion to the Midsummer's Night, and that's probably why I picked a very similar color fabric. This is Springtide. So this is very pretty. The gold will really pop on this. I did think about using the green moon fabric for this one because it looks like it would, you know, like the moon could be like right over here somewhere, you know, like right up this part of her, and she could be on a branch. I'm still going back and forth. If I wanted to do the moon fabric, I might do the moon fabric on her. And this little guy, this picture does him no justice. I saw him stitched up and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Snow Days. And you're like, it doesn't do much for you. This picture does not do much for it, but I did see it stitched up and it's really gorgeous. So this is Rainbow Dreams. So it's a very light color fabric, a little bit of blue and pink and white, but I think it might be, I think it might be the wrong fabric because there's a lot of white on him, and I think it's, yeah, see, it's not looking like the right fabric. So this is not a good pick. So I don't always pick the right fabric. I just have a lot of fabric to play with in my private stash. This is August Fairy. I love her. As you'll notice, there's a lot of these mirrors that's kitted up with pinky purple fabrics, and that's because I was in clubs and that's what was coming in. So I was trying to say, well, maybe this will work with that. This one is, I think she might look kind of cool with this. She might look, what do you think? It could work. She's got a lot of purple in her, so I think it might work. Some of these I have not looked at since I put them together back in 2017, so that's why this stash dive was a really good idea from everyone who suggested it. And I'm seeing a lot of fabrics that I had stuck in bags with the patterns, and I'm like, ooh, I could have used that for something else, or ooh, why did I do that? But you know, your tastes change every 6 months or so. So this is At the Met. I love her. She is so pretty. A lot of people have stitched her. And then here's another sweet lady. This is Roses of Provence. I thought she was super cute. I don't know. Not sure what fabric I would use for her. I thought of something, but then I lost it as soon as I thought of it. This one is the Queen Bee, and I really want to stitch her on the honeycomb fabric by Fabric Flair. I think she would be really cute because it's not a hard fabric in your face. It's kind of, they're soft honeycombs, so I think it'll play off well with her. I just got to get some. All right, and this is one of the few mirrors that I was gonna say it's one of the few mirrors that doesn't have beads, but it actually has one bead. This is Autumn in My Garden. There's a series of 4 of these, but I own the autumn one is the only one that calls me. I think it's, go figure, could be the pumpkins or the autumn colors, but I think it's looks very cool. I would hang it out for like probably in like Thanksgiving, or like a Thanksgiving display. Autumn season. And here is this lady. It's been so hard picking fabric for her. This is the Queen of Freedom. Because I did my Lady of the Flag on that bold orange rust fabric, I've been trying to get a fabric that complements it but doesn't take away from her. So I didn't want to do any of the words because I thought with, you know, the stripes and the words, it would be a little busy for me. So I'm thinking of this fabric here. What's the name of it? I don't even know what the name of it is, but this I think would look pretty cool. It reminds me of, like, you know, when you go to the I picked it because it reminds me when you go out to the museums and you see the artwork where they have these beautiful women painted, and then they have like this mottled muted background kind of thing. So that's where I was going with this. And it's kind of, for some reason, when I see the pattern next to it, it's pulling out like red and blue, but it also could be red and green. It could be autumny colors, but it's kind of working for me for this piece. So this is definitely a good one for me on that one. All right. Now this one is, what was this? Oh, I got a tag here. Oh, okay. That was Seraphim Fabric, Harvest Blessings. So I did have the tag, it just fell off. This was one of my unicorn patterns. This was Ashley's Roses. I love her. And so ever since I've seen her, I had this image in my head that she would be on a green and blue fabric. And so I got green and blue from Crosswing Collection, where it's blue on the top and just a little bit of green on the bottom. So I could place her like right on the hill. I think she'll be placed perfect on this piece, and I'm so excited to get her started one day. But that was definitely a unicorn pattern for me. All right, now this lovely lady here is Tatiana, Queen of the Fairies. She is so pretty on this. She's pink, done in the pinks and everything, and I think she'll be gorgeous on this Fabrics by Stephanie fabric called Storm. I mean, I think the pink, you know, pink goes very well with gray, so I think she'll really pop very well on this gray fabric with the modeling. So this is one that I know when I still have to load all these into my X-Stitch app, or verify that they are loaded or aren't loaded. So that's more stuff that I want to do this week while Ronnie's out. But I didn't realize this was going to take as long as it has been to take these, you know, get them ready for video, and then filming and then putting them back together after the video. So we'll see. This is Adia, the Garden Fairy. Isn't she gorgeous? I don't know. I just see like a bunch of these garden fairies all framed in together. So I may be pulling them all out and trying to find complementary fabrics to go with them. So it's not all the same fabric, but it reads as a good collection. I just thought of that while I was showing. I was like, ooh, it would be kind of cool. This is Deepest Love. I don't have a fabric picked out for her, but it's got to be something dark enough that you could see all this beautiful white here and the beading, and then, you know, dark enough for her to look like she's in the ocean. So yeah, she is. I love her. Ooh. This one is South Seas Mermaid, and I have another solo die, but since it said South Seas, I was kind of thinking green and yellow for kind of like, this is the sun. Oh, I was probably thinking of this one for somebody else. Anyway, I don't know, I kind of thought this would be maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure now after looking at it here in the camera. This does help, you know, when you look at it in a reflection like this, you think, I don't know. So I don't know. I love the fabric. I'm just not sure now for the pattern. Okay. This is Mermaid of the Pearls. There's I think all these are, there's a lot of beading in this area here for her. She is so cute. I think I got a very good fabric. This is Fabrics by Stephanie, Frozen Fractals. Yeah, this is a perfect fabric for her. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Interesting. You don't realize what all the different fabrics that you have from different people until you start digging through it and looking at it. It's like, oh. All right, this one just needs a simple white Lugana or even weave because it's practically a full coverage. So this is Santa. He is one of my favorite Santas. And since he's a full coverage, I really have to be in a mindset to do him because I think he'll go over my section over here where I have all off the screen over here where I have all my favorite Santas. They're all right in front of the computer so I can watch them. All right, so all right, so now the next two are the other two that I think will to me, they're companion pieces for the Feather Fairy because they have the same type. They have petal dresses. This is the Petal Fairy. She is so pretty. I was thinking of doing her on, when this fabric came out, I thought it was perfect for her. This Bayou by Crosswind Collection. I think I think the colors will look really good on this, is what I was thinking. I think she'll really pop on this fabric. And then her companion piece would be on the same fabric. Her companion is this one right here. This is the Bliss Fairy. And she will also be on the same fabric. Yeah, see, I think they look really good together. Okay. Okay, so here's another one of the, this is the Woodland Fairy. All right, and she is, I've got Lapis, a Lugana. I'm thinking for her. It's very purple. So maybe Lapis. See, it kind of looks like the photo. That's probably why I said this one. So, okay, there is that one. And now we have, oh, I love this one. Oh, here's the fabric. I'm like, what happened to the fabric? This is, oh, she just sparkles so much for me. Siren and the Shipwreck. I love this. Is that a chandelier or something like that she's holding up? Her tail, it just glows. And so I really got a fabric very close to, look at that. You can see like the water. She's gonna look perfect on this fabric. Even like, so let me open it all the way up. This is a Zweigart. Oh, okay, this says, okay, I don't know if it's a solo die. I think it's a solo die. But it's reading a lot darker here on the camera for some reason. Yeah, right about here. There we go. That's what it looks like. Oh man, this is a perfect fabric for her. So I don't know the color, so that's one where I would say fabric yes, and it's an opal. So yeah, quite a bit of opals picked out. Here is another one. Here's my last one from Mira. This is the Seaside Kingdom, and I think I would do it on a simple white, just like what they're showing there. I think a cream, white or cream, I think would be the best for me. It's very pretty. All right, so hopefully that didn't go by too fast. I'm trying to focus on my pacing. So then now let's go through the north. I don't know if I don't know, it's kind of the similar. Okay, Let's put this over here. Over here. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm back. Now I'm going to show the Noras that I have. Of course, there's going to be a lot of witches, a lot of flower girls. This is Emmy. I love Emmy and her sister. To me, they are battling. This is Chloe. So to me, I would love to have them on the same fabric facing each other like this, like they're battling. Magic duel or something. That's what it looks like to me. But because she's very blue and she's very purple, you have to get a fabric that's going to work well with them. I'm being eyeballed by Princess Leia. All right, now we're going to go into a couple of witches, more witches. This is Mari. She is so pretty. I love this right in here, how they did it. It looks like it's 3D. It just looks like you could just reach in there and grab right through in there. That's so cool. All right. And I don't have fabrics for most of these. This is Anna. Love the apple. Now this one is kind of tough for me because like she's in a green dress. I don't think I probably will not do her definitely not in a green skin tone. So I'm not sure what skin tone I'll do her in. But I was thinking maybe, I know some of the newer witches from Nora, she's doing like a purple violet creepy looking skin. So I might look at that and see if that looks good with the green. That way I can have some witches with green skin and some witches with that new purpley kind of skin that she's doing. I don't know. Purple skin is kind of maybe. All right, so now we've got a group of the reindeer. This is Christmas Eve couriers. This is Blitzen. So I'm doing all these on one piece of fabric. I think it's called Ocean by Color and Cotton. This is Comet. This one is Rudolph. Okay. And then this guy is Donner. I'm kind of, I burned myself out because I did like 3 of the reindeer. I think it was 3, all back to back. And the third one, I think the third or fourth one that I was on was Dasher. I know it's Dasher. I kept messing up with it's got a bunch of backstitch snowflakes. Of course, it's snowflakes. And I used number 8 Krynic by mistake, and then I had to pull it out, and then I had to, squish my lines so they would fill in. And then I had to do it with number 4 Krynic, and I'm just like, kind of like burnt out from doing so many, and I couldn't really hit myself for picking up the wrong piece of number 8 Krynic instead of number 4. But anyway, so this is Dancer. So I need, see, okay, so Dancer would be one that I would pick up because it's very simple. There's no snowflakes, all crazy stuff. So this should be the next one I pick up after dealing with Dasher. All right, and then the sled. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love this. So the sled's gonna be on the same fabric, I think, as the deer. So it'll be all together. But it's so pretty. The idea is to kind of put like our names on the empty tags if it's possible. I think it's probably too small to backstitch. Maybe just the letter G, R, P, and G. Well, Gary and Ginger, not Gary, but Gary and Ginger. Gary, Ginger, Ronnie, and Princess. But Princess will want PL, Princess Leia, so we know both of her names. She's titled. This is Wisteria. Ooh, okay, good. I've got some really wild fabrics for some of these flower fairies. They are all single, solo, independent, one-off dyes. and they have no names. So I just think this is the one for wisteria. So it's kind of wispy, kind of a wispy fabric, but it's just have to play with the placement. Maybe, I don't know, this way maybe. So so the purple will be cut off in the framing, but I think she's gonna look really cool on this piece. All right, and now this one is Miss Moss. She's pretty. I don't have fabric picked out for her yet. But wow. And look, she's got all those bugle beads all around there. I've never done bugle beads. I've got a couple projects that's called for them, but I haven't done them yet. All right, and then here's another piece of fabric. This is Pansy. I love how she's got the little umbrella there. And so the fabric I picked for her is another piece of interesting fabric. So I don't know, maybe it would go this way. So it looks like, oh yeah, maybe that'll look cool. Let's see what you see. I don't know. I have to see what way the umbrella is going. Maybe this way. I don't know. It'd be cool. So what I do with the little pansies and stuff on things, I look at the stitch count and I do the exact size of the piece without the extra 3 inches around, and I look and see, do I want to put it over here a little bit more, over here a little bit more, over there, kind of like where it's gonna look when I have a very crazy fabric like this, to see kind of like, you know, like the guys do like this when back in the day when they were doing those photographs and stuff. So you kind of like play with that kind of mentality, but you know, it's just trying to find the right spot. This is Peony. I love the orange and the purple wings, and I thought, well, since the wings are mostly contained inside the orange, I thought she would look pretty on this crazy fabric where, like, there, see down there, all that orange would be at the bottom, and I thought this would be pretty. Okay, and now we have, oh, I love this fabric. Okay, this is Thistle. She is very pretty, isn't she? Love that. The red pops right in there. And then she is on this beautiful piece right here. And she's gonna be gorgeous on here. That dark green is gonna look really good with her on this. Oh yeah, I love this. Okay, that's a yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Oh, this is another one with a green dress. This is Gwen, so that's why I'm thinking maybe purple. So like if I've got her sister is not there, but on up the orange one, the one that's with the orange dress. Is it Eva? No. I don't know which one it is. I can't remember the name now, but they look like they're facing each other. So this one, so she would be in the purple skin with the green dress, and the other one's with the orange dress and the green skin. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I have, what do I have picked out for her? I have a piece of Moonless Sky. I think that's what it's called. Moonless Witch's Sky. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty cool. Now I'm excited about, now that I've kind of convinced myself about doing half purple, half the witches with purple skin and half the witches with green skin. Now I'm kind of excited about picking the witches back up again. I got stumped for a long time because when the green dresses ones, I'm like, okay, now what do I do? And so I just quit stitching the witches. This is Jasmine. Isn't she pretty? So I got just a simple little yellow fabric for her. I think this is, pretty sure this is Princess Buttercup from Stephanie. It's Lugana. So yeah, there you go. Ooh, it went in and out. There you go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so just a simple yellow. All right, and now this one is Angel White Trumpet. Because she's got all that white and that green there, I thought she would be very pretty on, ooh, so she won't take up, I don't think she'll take up all this fabric, so I may use this for another. See, normally I can get the pixies on like a half like this, and so that means I would have this other half for somebody else. I'll have to look and see who needs a piece of fabric. That'll be fun. See, I got extra fabric. All right, and now this next one. Yeah, okay. This is Bells of Ireland. Is she pretty? Yeah. So I got her with that other half of the purpley fabric. I think yeah, I think her pink and blue. Yeah, she'll pop on that. Those are bright greens that's on the little bell flowers. So that should look good. Yeah, definitely the mirrors and Nora's are a little more involved in showing on a video because I've got a lot of fabric pulled for them. Some of these other patterns I don't have a lot of fabric pulled. So this is Bluebell. Another one with the umbrella like. And so I thought she would look cute on this fabric. Let's see. Do this again. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I think she looks good. Look good. Maybe even because she's got that umbrella. You see the arch in the. Isn't there an arch in the fabric somewhere? Kind of like, maybe I'm seeing it from this side. I don't know. Kind of like right in here. There's an arch somewhere. I'm not sure if it's supposed. She might be able to. Might have to go this way. It depends on the size. I'm just laying the fabric out right now. All right. Ooh, okay. And this lady, little girl, this is the Blossom Collector. Look at all those beads. All this bead work here. She's got so many beads. Wow, lots of beads. And so I have just a very light, what do I have here? We have, I don't know, it's just called, oh, Serene, Crystal Serene. It's a very light green. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. Okay. All right. Now this lady, ooh, is that the right one? Yeah, I think so. All right. This is Foxglove. Definitely, I have her all kitted up with threads and everything, so she was on my ready-to-do list. And I think she will look very pretty on this fabric. I have to show. I have to see. I think so. Because it's like peaches and very soft aquas. So I think the pink will look. The pink looks really good. When I laid the thread on there, it looked really good. It popped. So I think this will work. Definitely. Very odd fabric, crazy fabric, but I think she'll look really good on there. Okay. And this one has the other half of the fabric, or let's see. Sorry. Actually, this one here is Fairy Spring Fling. She has the other half of that fabric. I think, yeah. Look at that. I think her dress will look really good in this. So they look like companion. They kind of look like companion sisters. So they can have the same fabric. And even though I have the fabrics cut and with the pieces, I always double check the size of the fabric before I start stitching to make sure that's the right piece for that. That's the right size, so I'm not starting and the fabric's too small or too big and I put it in the wrong place. So this is the leaf collector. I don't have any fabric picked out for her, but wow, look at those colors. I mean, she would have looked good with one of these fabrics too, but I only had this one piece, so you know, she got voted off. And here we have Gigi. She's a very pretty one, isn't she? Very pretty. And then so I'm doing her on, I think, yep, so she'll be done on Witch's Moon. I think yeah. She may or may not be done on this fabric because the moon is kind of like right in the center. So I don't know, maybe the moon will be like right in the center of her. So it'll look like she's up on a hill or something, or the moon's coming up. I don't know. Moon isn't always above you. Sometimes it's behind you. So that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, oh yeah, I think that would be cool. All right, I like that idea. Okay, now this one is a very tough one for me to pick fabric for. This was Marigold, and I'm pretty sure this fabric right here, this is called Seaside Twinkle, and it's not really a lot of variegation in there. It's a little, there it is, and kind of a nondescript fabric, but I think with her colors, she'll pop just by being the bold piece of color in there, and the wings will show because the wings are pretty close to some of the little colors in there, so it should pop off. Okay, and we're getting close to the end of the Noras, and this is Geranium. She's a cutie, and I have a Lugana picked for her, and this is Iris. So Iris, I think I had it picked to go this way for her, yeah. So Iris will look pretty good on that. Yeah, look at that. Oh, yep, I like that. All right. Okay, so there's that. Now we have one last one, and she does not have fabric picked for her. This is Mum Flower Girl. Really, isn't she pretty? Where's she at? There she is. Because it's like, well, are those stitched? Yeah, everything's all stitched. These white lines in here are stitched. So I just got to find interesting fabric for her. I think she's very pretty. All right, so that was the big collection of mirrors and Noras that I have. Didn't seem as much as what I thought. I went pretty quick. So I'll take a break, put the stuff back together so I don't mix up everything with the bead packs and stuff. And then we'll come back and we'll pick it up where we continue. So this one went a little quicker. So I guess because they were smaller, easier to hold. Got less in the box too. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I just went and got me some dinner. Well, actually first I put up the charts and then got me some dinner. So I want to do a little bit more before I start stitching for the day. Where are we at? We are at P. I'm like, I realized why the last group went by a little quicker than what I thought, because the green boxes are much bigger and they hold a lot more charts, and then the bluer boxes are smaller. So I'm trying to do it box at a time. So that's why I was trying to figure out why it felt like it was going fast, but I don't think I rushed. I hope I didn't rush. Yes, there we go. All right. So the first one is Paseo Rocomo. I have a couple of their charts. I have yet to stitch one of them, so I don't know if it's really something I'm going to enjoy or not, but I've got a couple to try. So we'll see which ones, if I like them or not. And I'm going to use Under the Seas fabric sage brush. I think that looks pretty good. I think it'll work. So yeah, I forgot my box again. It's like trying to have a system here. All right, this is another Paseo Rocomo. This is Narcissus Faye. I think this is the one I'll try first, because she's a smaller one, to see if I like their style of design. There's a lot of backstitch, so because she's really pretty, but she's a small one, so I think that would be my first one I would try before I tried one of the bigger ones. Because this is the next one I have is Selena, the Moon Goddess. She's a really big one. So before I tackle something like this, I want to make sure these are designs that I will actually enjoy stitching. And then the last one I have from Paseo Rocomo is Serendipity Fairy. When I see her, there's so many beautiful fabrics from Stephanie that I think would look really cool. It was like Busy Izzy, Melody. Melody would be pretty. I got Melody. I could probably do her on Melody. I don't know how big she is, but I know she's got a ton of colors. So I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Next one is Petal Pushers. And I got, this is her Halloween Hoedown series. So I got the whole series. I got the, was it this one's Captain Black Mane. This is Muella DeVille. Nothing like deviled milk. Witch You. I would have thought that a chicken would have been a devil because it's deviled eggs. But Cluck Cluck Boo. But they're dressed as pumpkins. And this one right here is Bat Pig. So I'm going to stitch all of them in a row as I saw them in her room when I saw them at market. And so they're going to go on this 36 count Cyprium. So I think it'll look pretty cool. I was afraid about the horse color. I thought maybe the brown would blend in, but it's actually, I laid the DMC on there and it pops pretty good. So I think it'll look good. It looks kind of spooky. So that's what I'm thinking for this group. I have yet to find, I don't think there was any patterns that I was like, I don't think I want to stitch yet. I thought I would kind of dwindle down some of my stash, but apparently that didn't happen because we're already more than halfway through and I don't have any stacks of stuff that I'm not going to stitch. So guess that's a good thing. Next one is, this was a little kit. This is a Freaky Fair Island. It's a bat. He's stitched on black paper, perforated paper. So I think he's kind of cute. Yeah, I'll give it a try. All right, and then I've got a couple of Pineberry Lane, which is kind of interesting because Pineberry Lane is very primitive, and so I don't know. It just depends on what mood I'm in, whether they speak to me. But these have actually spoken to me. This is Fancy Sunflower Hanging Pocket. So nothing like a little fancy witch. I like how, I don't know what fabric she used for up there, but that's pretty cool. I don't think it's stitched. No, it's some kind of fabric. That would have been cool if it was stitched, but that's pretty. And then I've got Jonex Noel. I love this one. This is a very pretty one. And then A Token of Friendship. This is very pretty. It's purples and stuff. It's super cute. These are great little different projects to do. This one is another little bag. This is a pumpkin seed. Nothing like a pumpkin head person. So you make it into a little bag and put little stuff in, dried flowers or artificial flowers in there if you don't want to ruin it. But I'm just a grown-up pumpkin seed. Oh, that's cute. All right. I was out playing with the girls, and Ginger ran right into my leg. She didn't mean it, but it hurts pretty bad. All right, Kind and True. This is another one from Pineberry Lane. I love the saying. It's so true. Okay, and then we've got, this is Gather. So it's more of a fall piece, so it's more for my fall display is what I'm thinking. There's a little squirrel here, and she's gathering acorns and fall foliage. And that's it for Pineberry Lane. So I've got less Plum Street samplers than I thought, so I must have stitched a lot of them, or I have a lot of them as whips. I think it's probably a little bit of both. A lot of whips and a lot of finishes. So this is summer delivery. So I've done spring, what did I do? I've done harvest delivery and Halloween delivery. It's right behind me. Halloween delivery. Where's Halloween delivery? It's right above. Oh, it's above here. You can't see me. It's like right above there. But this is summer delivery. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. I love that horse. It's so fancy. It's almost, yeah, I think it's the same horse from the autumn harvest delivery, not autumn's harvest delivery. So I want to do it on a 32 count colonial parchment from Fabrics by Stephanie. I think the white's going to look really good on that piece. Let's look that way. Yeah, I think it looks good. So that's going to be another one of my patriotic stitching. And then I've got a couple of fun ones here from Plum Street. This is Beans. I love coffee. I love how the people are upside down. So this one I bought during my travels, and a lot of times when I'm traveling and I go into shops, I typically end up picking some really challenging fabrics. I guess I get convinced. So I picked up a 40 count Abecedarian to go with this chart. I know it's gonna work. It's just, is there holes in this thing? Okay, yeah, there's some holes in there. Okay, well, I'll just have to make sure I have good lighting and magnification. I'll do it. Because I really want to do this piece on Abecedarian because it looks very coffee. It's very coffee themed. And here is Bounty Sampler from Plum Street. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of reminiscent of Adam and Eve Sampler because you got the male and female scarecrows in fall decor. So I've got the Halloween one, I got the one I just showed you, and then I got this one. So I guess I'm collecting a couple of Adam and Eve style samplers, which I didn't know until I was going through my stuff. I'm like, ooh, okay, it's a thing. I know a million of people are stitching this one, Cinnamon Stars. I have it. One day I will stitch it. I know a lot of people have finished it also. So it's a very pretty one. I don't have fabric or floss or anything pulled for it, so I must have been FOMO, was why I got it. Hey, it's a good thing. This is an odd one. This is called Ghoul. It's one of her older ones. Look at that. That squirrel is like creepy as heck. He's like, I know those are ears, but they look like horns to me. But he's pretty cool. I like him. And this next one I bought as a joke, as a comical joke, because it's called Grim Gourds, even though we make and sell Grim Grime Guards. So I thought it was, I like the title, Grim Guards, Grime Guards, Grim, whatever. And then of course it's got pumpkins on there. So it's like my favorite thing to stitch and Ronnie's favorite words to try to say. So I think it's kind of fun. But they're jack-o'-lanterns too. Okay. You can kind of see their faces. There they are. They look really cool. And then that's like a Halloween peacock or fall peacock. I've never seen a fall peacock. That's cool. And then I have a couple. This is Hairspring. Another very old one. That is cute. I know they're holding balloons, but every time I look at this pattern, I'm thinking, why do they have giant lollipops? I keep thinking lollipops. I'm pretty sure they're balloons, but maybe they're giant lollipops. It's spring, why not? And this is one I've had for a very, very long time, as I can tell, because I pulled opalescent fabric for it. So this is Pomegranate Santa, and I'm thinking of stitching it on crystal opal. The fabric name is opal, and it's a crystal fabric, so I think it looks pretty close to the fabric, to the photo, but then it's got a little bit of sparkle for Christmas. But this part down here is my favorite part with all the reindeer. Even though it's solid stitching there, but it's still my favorite part. Okay, and then here's another delivery. This is Yuletide delivery with Mrs. Claus and a white reindeer. That's cool. I was wondering how they were going to do it because they did the Halloween one first. And so I wasn't sure how, I was wondering how they were going to do the one for Christmas, how she was going to do it. Here's my, here's another goofy one. This is Abominable Snowman. Was it Abominable Bundle? So there's like, here's one, there's the baby one, there's the mama. That's probably the dad. This looks like could be the mama. Yeah, dad was probably yelled at for doing something wrong. That's why he's hiding. All right, and then Mary 3. I think Mary 2. I think Mary 2 and Mary 1 are whips, I think. This is Mary 3. It's a Christmas cow. I don't know if this is probably why this is a lot. I haven't started it yet. So it's like Christmas cow. It's kind of cute. But I like this. I like the house and the Santa. The poinsettias on the roof and the tree. So, and then here is, I love this one. This is Turkey Bay. So for my November decorations, I love the turkeys are swimming in the bay. This is a very busy piece right here. So it looks so much fun, like so much fun to stitch, I think, because you'll have all these little things to jump and count over too, and you want to do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. So you get tired of filling in the water or the boat, you can come up here and stitch some of these little things and come back down over here and do some of that. So it's got some great options of where to stitch. And this is the Black Cherry Tart. I see this as a November piece. I don't know if is it considered a fall piece. Jack's Sweet Shop. I guess it's a fall piece. I don't know. I keep thinking of it as a fall piece. Like, you know, it's got berries and birds, so it's kind of like harvest fall type of thing in my mind. Okay. And then I got God Bless America. So I'm working on my patriotic and my autumn November projects. And I like this one. It's got all the strawberries. And then that beautiful big red house there. I don't know, is this a big piece? Oh, it's not that big. Yeah, after I have it, it's not really a good time to see is that a big piece or not. All right, so now I've got another one of the stackers. This is Gobble Gob for the Thanksgiving November stitching. And I'm going to use, this is platinum. So it's a 36 count platinum. And I should be fine. It should be okay because it's not over dyed. I think it's just a natural, not dyed fabric. So it should be pretty easy to stitch on. It looked pretty close to the photo. I like the photo. What did they use? They used vintage excellent. All right. Okay. And Harvest Keeper. I love this one right here. The witch with her beehives there. It's so cute. So I guess this would be like October to November project to be hanging out, stitching on. So that's cool. And then this little guy, he was so cute. Another fall piece for me. Rest a while. Very fall with the acorns and the pumpkins. Oh, look, there's even a jack-o'-lantern. All right, cool. So now it can go from September, starting in September, to November, because it includes Halloween. Woohoo! All right, and then next one from Plum Street is Hare's Halloween, and this one's cute. Maybe those are balloons because these are bats, so they got little bat balloons. This one's got a little broom that's being pulled on by the witchy rabbit mom. These guys are cute. I got the Christmas one. I think it's a whip. Hare's Christmas is a whip. Yeah, it's with the sled. Okay. All right, and the last Plum Street is Salem Sisters 2. I have Salem Sisters 1 as a whip, so this would be the next one once I finish that whip. Okay, and now we have some that are, these are Prairie Moons, so they are from the stash from a long time ago, and this is D-Sampler. I don't know why I always want to call it Demon Sampler, but it's D-Sampler. It's so cool. Okay. Then this next one is Witch Boot. This is the companion to Bojangles. I think it's Bone Jangles. I've got the other one, so this is the companion to that. And I just noticed that I had pulled a 36 count fabric. That's Harvest Blessing. This is much darker than the other Harvest Blessing that I showed for Lady Queen of Freedom. So see, it's the same name, but it's much darker. This is very dark. And this is a 36 count. So this is what happened, the other was a 32, this is a 36. So, you get the different counts, you get different types of dye on the fabric. So I think it might work. The colors will look okay on this. I'm just thinking it's dark and my stitching wise, but we'll see if I keep with that one. The next one is Jacula. He's hilarious. He is hilarious. I love that. And what's the little cat is white? Even the cat is looks like the cat's a vampire, the way the teeth come out there like that. A little rat. So that's a cute one. Then we've got Help Me. I don't think I would do it on a bag. I think it's just a cute one that you would just do as a little piece. Maybe a pillow. Maybe do it as a pillow. That'd be kind of cool. Halloween pillow. I don't have any of those big Halloween pillows. Now these next group of Prairie Moons I showed a few months ago. These were a gift from a friend, and they're all kitted up. And so this is Prairie Moon number 3. It's got all the fabric and threads and finishing stuff. So this is Prairie Moon number 3. I think was it a Prairie Halloween Companion? I think that's what the series is called. And then here is number 4. So it's these two ornaments with all the finishing stuff. And this is number 5. And these are super old because they have the threads with them and the fabric, and it's 30 count fabric from R&R, and it's crescent color threads. So this is definitely definitely a vintage kit, as I would call it. This is number 6. So I'm kind of looking forward to using some of these vintage fabrics and flosses. This is number 7. That's a cute one. Look at the pumpkin running around with his legs. And then the last one is number 8. And number 8 has got like this gargoyle, an owl, and some kind of gargoyle thingy here. Okay. So that was those. I was thinking that they would probably be like ornaments and stuff, but I think they're a little bit bigger than what I was thinking as an ornament. They're probably more of a small than as an ornament. So we'll see once I stitch them up. The next group of charts are from Praiseworthy Stitches. This is Simple Gifts Halloween. Of course, I'm going to have this pattern because look at how cool it is. I don't know what fabric I'm going to use yet because it's got oranges in there and blacks, I think, and some purples. So I don't know. Either gray or brown, but we'll find it. Find something one day. I'm not thinking of when I'm going to stitch it. Now this next one is Praiseworthy Stitches Black Cat Manor. This is the only of their big ones that I have for myself. And I was thinking this is from Fabric Flair, and it's called Pond Slushy. So it's kind of a cool, I think, yeah, like that. See, I think that looks pretty cool because it gives it some modeling. I'll be like Mr. Wilson looking over the fence. So it's kind of pretty cool. A little bit of blue and white. So I love this fabric. I bought it. I was looking for a project for it, and this one actually fits the requirements for the project. So, and it's 32 count, so it'll be smaller than the original. The original was done on 28 count, so that's always a good thing. And then I got the creepy pumpkin stacker. I mean, it was like, oh, I really like it. I don't know how hard it is to stitch it and put it together. Maybe I can find someone to put it together for me. But I got the spindle and all the piece and everything, so I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like this one. And then I got the Holly Jolly one, just in case I enjoyed doing that one. I would have the next one. I could do the next one because I like how the Santa and their reindeers are going around and up. Yeah, because I saw it in their shop, at market, and it's not that big. It's like maybe this big, maybe about the size of my head. So, and it was kind of cute. I thought, oh, that's cute. So I said, why not? Let's see. Almost done with all the. I'm trying not to talk off screen, and I'm like, every time I reach over, I start talking. I was like, oh my god, okay, stop. Okay, I'm focusing here because. All right. So, one last praiseworthy. This is a little praiseworthy kit. It's a wee Quaker berry kit, and you get all the stuff to make the berry, finish the berry, and you get all the stuff to make your own scissor fob. So I thought that was a cute little kit. So I think Ronnie took the class on that one. I'm not sure. He took the class on one of their berry kits from Praiseworthy. And then this little guy, this is from Primrose Cottage Stitches, Perfect Hot Cocoa. Very mischief little guy. And I'm thinking he will be, I will stitch on 32 count charcoal Lugana anytime. I think it's fine instead of black. It's easy for me to stitch on. It's easy to see for me. So I think he'll be fine. And I have, you know, it's on these little ornament cuts, so it's perfect for the Q-Snap 8x12. All right. And this next one here from Primrose Cottage Stitches is The Witch Next Door. And this I'm blaming on a lady from StitchCon, not last year, but the year, not this year, but last year. She was stitching this. She was over here, and I talked to her about, instead of, she didn't like the solid white DMC for the house. So I said, well, you could always change it out for Weeks Dye Works White Lightning, because it's got the, I think it's White Lightning. It's got the white and the gray, white and the gray. And if you stitch it long ways, it'll look like wood. So she did that, and she sent me a photo of it finished, and it's really, looks really cool. So I said, well, okay, I got to stitch it now. I mean, I was going to stitch it anyway because I love the clothesline, but I was just going to stop it like right there, you know, take the house out because I wasn't too crazy about the house. And then when she showed me how the house turned out, I'm like, okay, I'll stitch all of it. And here's another gift that this is called, it's from Purple Heart. I doubt they're around anymore. This is Princess Wannabe. So the witch is kissing a toad. I don't think it's going to work. And so I had a piece of Silver Mist by Fabrics from Stephanie. And since it's Princess Wannabe, I said, why not? I'll do opalescent. It's like a gray opalescent. But it's Silver Mist is the name of the fabric. So I think it'll look pretty good. All right, and then I have a couple of Putinis. I thought I had more. I was looking for them. I don't know what, I mean, if I do, they're probably in a basket somewhere. This is Welcome Summer. Here it is. I love those little cabanas, or what is that? Beach, little houses where I guess where you change your clothes at the beach, which we don't have anymore. That's cute. And that comes with buttons. And then this one, the next one here is When I Think of Traveling, because I was traveling a whole bunch and now I'm not. So I love this piece. There's no buttons on this one. I realized today, I was like, wait a minute, there's no buttons. It's kind of weird. Putini, she loves making buttons and putting them on everything. So that's cool. And this is why I know I must have more somewhere in Princess Leia's room of the Putinis, because I have, when I think of DEF, I don't know what happened to ABC. I know I had them, but this is DEF. When I saw these in her room at Market, they're like maybe about that big. So cute. But of course that's on 40 count, so of course it'll be a little bit bigger for me. And then I got GHI. So I'm missing a lot of the alphabet. I've got six out of the alphabet. So there's a lot more somewhere in her room that I don't know where. I might have a box somewhere. Because I'm missing about 75 charts from my list. They're on my list, so I know they're somewhere. So that was all the P's. And so since we got time, we can do the, you know what? I think I'll save it for tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow.